Deplorable conditions inside an apartment where police made a drug arrest this week are shining a spotlight on a Worcester property owner. Our Brittany Schaefer has the details.
City inspectors found sanitary code violations at 22 out of 25 properties owned by Richard Magdus. Magdus owns the apartment building where police found vermin and feces during a drug arrest last week. Worcester's Director of Housing and Health Inspections says her department was already looking into complaints.
We've received a lot of reports from our Crime Watch meetings, other public meetings about activity at some of the properties. We conducted inspections based on the minimum standards of human habitation, and we found numerous violations. Those included trash in the yard, trash in the hallways. We found evidence of squirrels in one building, rodents in several buildings.
Wilson says they did not get permission to enter 3 apartments and were unable to get into the King Street apartment prior to the drug arrests. Wilson says Magdus was cooperative with requests to correct 61 violations.
He has been compliant with all of the enforcement letters that he received from our office.
Wilson says with the high number of violations, something needs to change with the way Magdus controls his properties.
There are other landlords in the city who are very successful and own property without having this many issues. So to me, that means that something should change.
One of the properties with violations was 15 Clapp Street. This tenant did not want to comment, but did say she lived there for 2 years and has never had a problem. A tenant of another Magdus property at 11 Norfolk Street agreed.
I've lived in that building for 6 years. I mean, it's not glamorous, but he fixes everything. The landlord comes and does what he has to do. I have not much complaints.
Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
According to the city, the property owner has resolved all the violations to date.